Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist Adam Clayton here in the Storm Team 27 Weather Center. As you may have heard, today is the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. We'll see 15 hours and 8 minutes of daylight today. So I wanted to make a little quick video about Earth seasons, the different summer solstice, the winter solstice, and both of the equinoxes and what they actually mean. So let's dive in really quickly here. We're at the summer solstice, which means the Earth is tilted, the northern hemisphere of the Earth is tilted towards the sun at 23.5 degrees. Now, during both of the equinoxes, this is when the Earth is neither tilted towards or away from the sun, and then as we head into the winter solstice, this is when the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun at 23.5 degrees, and the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun at that same angle, which means it's summertime in the southern hemisphere and wintertime in the northern hemisphere. Of course, today is the first day of summer in the northern hemisphere, which means is the first day of winter in the southern hemisphere. Also means it's the shortest day of the year in the southern hemisphere. So let's take a look. The summer solstice actually has already occurred. The Earth reached its maximum tilt of 23.5 degrees towards the sun at 5:13 a.m. while many of you were asleep this morning. And so this is the longest day and shortest night in the southern hemisphere. Once again, 15 hours and 8 minutes of daylight. That's a full second longer than we had yesterday. So take a look at this graph here of the duration of day, the hours of daylight, and the month of year. You can see this graph here, and we've reached our peak in the graph of 15 hours and 8 minutes of daylight. And so from now until the winter solstice in December 21st, we are going to lose daylight. We're going to lose time during daylight. In fact, tomorrow will be 3 seconds shorter than it was today. However, one interesting thing is that our highest average temperature here in Northeast Ohio actually peaks in mid-July. So after the most intense sunlight, you might think that they'd be matched up together. However, if we compare these two together, you'll notice the temperature line peaks a little bit after the daylight, the peak amount of daylight hour time peaks. And this is because it does take some time to heat up the Earth and also the oceans. And so it takes a little bit more time to heat up the Earth and the oceans to the maximum temperature that they'll reach every year. And so this is why there's a little bit of disconnect between the two lines. So we are expecting a really nice day out there today, high temperatures in the low 90s. I hope you get outside and enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, I'm meteorologist Adam Clayton here in the Storm Team 27 Weather Center.